Hi, welcome back to Self Discovery Support. And we are going to do another connections and relationships reading. And today we're going to do, I want to be looking at your person again, just what's going on with them. And we're using the and Lenormand, which is here. And I'm going to give you a few seconds to choose which one calls to you. But we're also using the pre-Raphaelite tarot, which is, that one there. Yeah. So while you're choosing, I'll tell you that we'll pull some cards, and then at the end of the reading for each section, each group A, B, and C, I will also draw some zodiac charms so we can maybe get closer to who. All right. So I'm going to give you a few seconds and then we will start. All right. So if you chose group A, let's clear these away. All right. So for those who chose group A, we have the whip. Okay. And so this could go in any direction, right? Because that energy can go wherever, but it does tend to talk about some kind of tension, some kind of, could even be conflict, but it could be coming from conflict with your person. It could be internal conflict as well. And sometimes it can have a sexual energy behind it. So we're going to look further at it. Tell us more about group A. What's going on with their person? All right, group A, you have, okay, judgment, temperance, and three of wands. Okay, yeah, there's a clear tension here in this person, in that this is somebody that group A you might have been split from. You might have had some like reconciliation that could happen. I don't know if you want that, but it's somebody that's actually waiting on things to cool down, waiting on some time to pass, trying to be patient. This is somebody that's trying to be patient, trying to wait until you're ready, until you've made up your mind. And they, in particular, they want to try to be consistent. They want to try to go on your time, essentially, is what they are thinking, right? This is somebody that is like, okay, I want a new beginning here, but and there's things in the time you have been apart from this person, there's things that this person has realized as well. I can look at that a little bit, but also this person is wanting to like bide their time because it's almost like they're trying to be considerate of you, and they want you to have the time you need, so they're trying to wait. But I do feel that this person is like tense about this situation. All right, so let's look some more at that. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords there, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Six of Swords. Okay, something else comes through for group A. Your person could be waiting to leave some kind of situation. It's like this person is somebody that could be waiting on the until the day when they can actually make a choice. And there is some kind of daydreaming fantasy type of energy about, what would happen the day that I can finally come towards group A. the day I can finally like make a plan, message them, communicate with them. Yeah, there's somebody here that is like making a lot of plans slowly, carefully here. Let me just turn my notifications off here. Yeah, okay, so we do have that being the kind of tension here. What is this? What is this? Oh, okay. This person, you know, your person could be having to hide how excited they are about what they project in the future in terms of with you. This, yeah, why do they have to hide this thing? I think that there's oh, okay. I think this person is needing to, it's like wanting to keep the good things to your chest, like keep your business to your chest, close to your chest type of energy. It's somebody who's like planning to have this new start. And I think they feel that in order to be successful, they want to just like make sure things go the way that they want it to go here. All right. And so what are they walking away from? Your person could have some kind of stable situation that they have going. Something that is like a foundational energy here for them. And it would kind of mean giving that up. So I think that's why they're having to kind of like be very sure. I don't know how sure you can be if you're going towards somebody new, because it's not like a machine or something like that that you can bet on it. Even a machine, you can't bet on a machine. It's a human. And so it's like a lot of hope here. I hope that things go well. So I think your person knows this, and maybe that's why they're trying to be so careful, is as much as they can control on their end is what they're gonna do. I think this is also somebody that, okay, is trying to settle themselves, trying to grow their finances. This feels like a whole like plan that only they alone know about. I don't know if you know about this group A, but yeah, okay. Yes, this is somebody that is trying to like free themselves of something. What are they trying to free themselves of? You know what's interesting is like your person here, they keep going around the bush. Like I'm not getting to why they have to keep things so quiet, why they have to like plan things so carefully and are waiting on this day. Um, what are they having to escape from? Okay, it feels like this is a situation that they know would be hurtful to somebody. That person's just not coming up in the reading. I feels like this energy doesn't want to like deal with that. It's more like the plans I'm making to go ahead. And it feels here like this would be a new investment. Could be somebody that maybe didn't invest in you before and is now, okay, why do they want to invest now? This feels like somebody that they can't, they were before resisting this energy of coming towards you, but, and that could be the tension here. It's like trying to resist what you know you kind of want, but it feels like this is somebody that has maybe decided they can't do that, or they don't want to do that anymore. So the thing they've worked around is, okay, I'm going to try to have a new plan. I'm going to try to plan it out. If I'm going to go towards pile A, group A, is going to be well planned out. Okay, what are they waiting on here? Okay, this person is saying they're waiting until the time is right, until they feel empowered, until they have an opportunity to kind of seize that day, until they also feel maybe stronger in themselves as well. more confident. Okay, so there's a whole thing here for your person, group A. All right, what are some things that you might expect coming up, group A? All right, for certain, this person is researching, watching, taking note of you. Some people say this is social media, but I don't think it's only social media. Whatever way that your person has of like looking at you, finding out more about you, that's what's happening here. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of worry on their side, which I guess you could have seen. And yeah, it's somebody who's very worried about saying their feelings, really thinking hard about it. It's like they're trying to think of every way to go about this. I think it's they want it to be fair. Okay, which tells me that this is somebody that's being very careful. And if you had tensions with them before, it feels like they are trying to be very careful. Why are they? Why now? Okay. This is somebody who is, it feels like this is somebody that's saying, okay, I need to take control of things in my life. Maybe things have gotten out of control. And now I need to be the bigger person, be the one that makes things happen for myself, is what I get. Like growing up, maturing, I need to make some big moves, is what it feels like. Okay, so you have a person here, group A, that is doing a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of even maturing as well. And I guess the thing is for this person, I wonder if they're over planning. I really wonder what if they're over planning. Let's get a word of advice for you, group A. All right, I would take this as take it as it comes. Make sure that whatever comes back is balanced energy. I don't think you want anything to throw you off your path. So we could see all this planning, but it really depends on how this person shows up. I just don't think you want imbalance in your life. So, take it as you see it. All right. Let's get the zodiac charms for you here. All right. Which sign this person, which zodiac signs for this person could have Sagittarius in their chart? Could have Cancer in their chart? Could have Leo in their chart? Could have Scorpio, and we get one more. Could have Capricorn, in your charts, in their charts, I should say. All right, so that is you, group A. I hope you enjoyed it or you found something. If you do or you did, please do give a thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully see you on another reading. All right, so we're going to move on now to group B. I need to get bigger charms, I think. These charms are so small. They're like all over the place. All right. Group B here. All right, group B is the fox. Let's give this a shuffle for group B. If you chose group B, you have the fox energy happening with your person now. This card can go any way. It can be somebody that is being resourceful right now. Somebody that could be a little bit cunning, not necessarily, but we're going to see which way this swings. Okay, please tell us more for Group B. What's going on with their person? All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles and Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. Okay. Ace of Wands, King of Wands. I feel like this could be your person, a King of Wands type of person. Somebody that could be a fire sign, but just could be like a fiery energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody that's like, I want what I want. I want to go after what I want. All right, and they're probably trying to figure out how to do that. This is somebody that is trying to make some kind of investment here, trying to make something happen. Maybe they've been waiting for a long time and they're just not satisfied with the outcome. So it could be somebody trying to make a plan here. Oh, okay. Group B, I think that this Queen of Cups could be you. Maybe this Queen of Pentacles is you as well. Listen, you're somebody, Group B, that I think you may have taken some space from this person, or this person doesn't have a way to like access you. It feels like maybe Group B, this could also be your story. So flip it if it resonates. But this is somebody here in Group B that it feels like they're moving on from investing in a particular situation. It feels like somebody who is closing off their affections, or yeah. Yes. This is somebody that doesn't feel like they have something to offer here because the whole situation maybe has been kind of disappointing, and there is a sense that things are no longer like moving along because of this decision to stop this flow of like constant affection, adoration of this person. Yeah, it feels like somebody did not necessarily give as much time to this situation as they could have. Okay. What does this Queen of Cups feel? Ooh. The Star. Okay. I think this Queen of Cups is somebody that's saying, I have to heal, I have to go after what I want, and I have to make myself happy. No, so you could be this Queen of Cups, or if this is your person here is saying like, I have now to pour that energy back into myself. Why is that so? Okay. Yeah, okay. It's somebody that feels that this wasn't working out, and it's like they are having to come to the acknowledgement that this situation is one that they might need to put up some kind of guard about, because this partnership or whatever it is that is romantic here, whatever it was, there's so many names for relationships now. I'm kind of old school, so it's like relationship for me. So I don't know what situationships are, but this is somebody that does not necessarily feel like they want to or can give to this anymore, and it's like it's an intuitive call for them, like you need to stand up for yourself now. Okay, this is somebody that is changing how they go about relationships, right? That Queen of Swords tells me that this Queen of Cups has transitioned into somebody that is saying, like, I need to put boundaries up. I also need to worry about making myself happy as well. Okay, what happened here between you two that caused that? Okay, there's a Three of Cups, there's a Knight of Cups, and there is a Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so there could have been you know, the two of you met. There was some kind of social group. You two had fun. You know, you got together. You got to know each other. You were hanging out, and it feels like things started to feel a little bit more romantic. Maybe somebody said to somebody, "This is how I feel, but I feel this way about you. I kind of like you, or whatever." And however, there was a kind of direction of relationship, right? So it's like this was going towards a relationship, basically, is what I'm seeing. And somebody here got very worried about that. Okay, let's find out about that. What's that about? I feel like because we had a Queen of Cups and now we have like an Emperor, King of Swords, this is the other energy. So at this point, like your two energies have kind of mixed. So I'm not sure who is your person and you now, but you're gonna have to like put yourself on whichever side appeals to you. But it feels like the other person, right? And it could feel like the more masculine energy, but you know who to tell. There is somebody that said, I'm not that sure about like relationships. I'm not too sure about commitments. I'm not too sure about all of that. And on top of that, this is somebody that is probably quite like, I don't know, self contained, controlling, reserved, even stoic. They're not sharing their feelings. They have a lot of barriers up. This is how things should be. And I could see how if you're like a Queen of Cups and you're doing, you know, you're expressing yourself, or if whatever, whoever expressed themselves, and you thought this is going to be a relationship, and then all of this complexity happened with your person, it just feels like I don't know what is happening here. It could feel quite confusing. Okay. And so, okay, that fox energy to me feels like somebody that feels like they got duped, is what I would interpret that as. Somebody that feels like, okay, I probably was tricked in this, or it's not like intentional, but it's more like maybe I misunderstood, maybe I misread things, maybe, um, and because I misread things, I gave a lot more than I should have. Okay, and so what's the advice to you? All right, there's something about the world here. All right, I think there is a possibility here with you too. Let me get another one. All right, you two have to close out a cycle. So it feels like this that happened that I've been describing is one part of the story. Maybe it's the first part of the story. It's unfortunate that it happened this way, but it's possible to close that out, and you have to do that in a very clear way. It's gonna revolve around communication. People have to clearly say, and when I say people, the person who didn't say their feelings has to say clearly what they feel, and that is the Page of Cups. It's like there needs to be more vulnerability. Yeah, for this to come back together, for there to be an air of trust and like celebration between the two of you, like, you know, we feel good again together. There probably needs to be like a talk and feeling shared, probably more than a talk, like one talk sometimes can't restore trust. And, I always say about like the Queen of Cups who changes into a Queen of Swords is she's been hard done by. She's been somebody that showed her emotions, shared her feelings, and not received the better end of the stick for that. So, um, whoever that is in this situation, that is what I have here. So you have your guidance going ahead, Group B, whichever side you're on. Um, let's get, you know what? I just feel I need to draw another card here. If you relate in this story to the Queen of Cups, what do you need to know? Okay, Five of Cups with a Nine of Wands. All right, so Queen of Cups, I felt like that energy is coming off very strongly. Like somebody here is like very hard on themselves for almost like being vulnerable and open to somebody that they liked, and then they didn't kind of get a good result. Um, Five of Cups here is okay, there are things that you may feel you would have done differently. But this is really a card of not clinging to the past and not beating yourself up about the things that happened in the past, because it's very important to move forward in life, or to be able to move forward. And who knows, sometimes the things that happen are like lessons. This Nine of Wands is, you know, there is a potential. Maybe we could try this again. Three of Pentacles. Yes, but only on the condition is what I'm seeing of your person, Queen of Cups, showing up in an equal energy to what you showed up as. Expressive, open, vulnerable, giving. Yeah. Yep. All right. I feel I can move on now. I feel that that message is complete. All right. So let's get your zodiac charms here. Your person now, with this reading, it can literally be any of you now, because the energies are like so entangled. So let's get five. Ooh, we got three. One of you could be a Scorpio, a Virgo, an Aquarius, Sagittarius, Libra, and one more. Okay, that's Cancer. So I would say that these zodiac signs could be in sun, moon, rising of you or your person. And if you do want to, figure out your birth chart, what's sun, moon, rising, there's going to be a link in the description. And it should be on any of the videos on my channel, that you can get the free birth chart. Okay. All right. So that is you, Group B. If you feel like there's something for you here, please do give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'd love to see you here again. Okay. We're going to move on to Group C. All right. So let's give this a shuffle. Group C is the Mountain. Okay. All right. The Mountain now, Group C, is blockages. Sometimes it's like a hurdle that people have to overcome. It's like, what's the obstacle between me and you? So we're going to find out more about that right now. Okay, tell us more. Okay, we have the devil, the fool, and the six of cups with the hermit. All right. I already feel like this is gonna be like a reading that I need to find a lot of info about. There's a king of wands who's in thinking mode, who's isolating himself, which is kind of not like the king of wands. It's somebody who is normally comes across as quite confident and maybe even a little egotistical. This is somebody that's having to do like self-reflection. Okay, that is good. I always think self-reflection is good, and it's the point of all of this, right? Um, but I wonder why that happened. So we do have, ooh, there's some kind of argument that happened here, or some kind of swift action that happened, like very quickly. It happened where um, the two of you, either words were said or some kind of action was done that was like it's kind of a little bit toxic, right? It's something that wouldn't have um, boded well for building like trust and sincerity. What is that? I'm just very curious about that. What happened? Ooh, there's some kind of somebody is okay. It's I feel it's this King of Wands. It's somebody who is realizing something about what they did. This person's realizing that maybe the thing that they did in this situation created an obstacle between you and them. Okay. I almost get like this person really wanted to have some kind of opportunity here with you, and I don't know if this is like is this a manipulative energy? Oh, okay. Just want to be sure. Ooh, yeah, okay. All right. I had to be sure before I call this person out, but and I do see this feeling like the King of Wands energy. It's somebody that may have tried to, it's like they want an opportunity with you, right? They wanted to have some kind of chance. And because of that, they they may have like rushed certain things, or even came across in a very kind of like maybe overtly sexual way, or did something that could have been like manipulative of the energy between you and them. This person feels like very capable, like, and when I say that, I mean like this person knows the effect of what they do has on people, because it's a king of wands in this magician energy, and it's that does feel like somebody that I know how to work people, is what it feels like. However, I don't know, sometimes people have these abilities and they don't fully know. It's like it comes natural to you, right? It comes natural to you. It's like a charmer. Yeah, that's what it comes with. Somebody who's like charismatic, very charming. They know what it does to people. They may have always had that ability. They don't necessarily know. Maybe you don't know it's being manipulative. Maybe you don't know that. So a lot of people don't realize those things. All right. The Fool and the Chariot. This is somebody that wanted to have like this new start, like immediately. They really want that. They're very driven to have that happen. And it's because this person feels like it's this King of Wands, right? They feel like you're their person. You're somebody they feel comfortable with. You're somebody that they have a lot of plans and intentions around. So as I said, they do want the opportunity with you, and it feels like they're wanting to invest. Okay, you could be this Queen of Cups energy. No, it's like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, water sign energy. You could be somebody that's quite sensitive. You were caring. You were probably a very sweet person to them. All right, but what is this devil energy? Like, tell me more about this. Okay. You know what? It feels like this person here, this King of Wands, they don't necessarily want to talk about what the devil energy was, but we have enough information maybe to hint at it. It's somebody that regrets being in this kind of like um, overly big, overly confident, maybe pushing things too quickly, maybe pushing for um, a type of relationship that you weren't comfortable with, or maybe also just using like tactics that maybe just weren't helpful, right? And it's like clarity. This is somebody that's having a lot of clarity on that. Okay, what is, if since they're having clarity, what are they having clarity about? Okay, your person is saying that it's because they were overthinking. They they felt like things were stuck. They felt like things weren't going at the pace that they thought it should go, and therefore they got confused. They started to worry, started to just like, yeah, it feels like somebody that's in this type of like confusion energy. I don't know what to do. Um, it's like, have you ever like somebody and you don't express yourself properly? The other person is not aware. It's like in those high school movies, right? Like, do they like me type of energy, that type of like crush energy. And it's like you could say, well, you could just say what you mean, right? Um, yeah, so almost like that set in. And then this person got kind of confused if they would have like some kind of solid start with, I meant to say you, Queen of Cups, maybe that's you. What did they get confused about? Oh, they got confused about, yeah, if you like them, if this was gonna, if you were gonna try to go ahead with them. You know what happened to this person? They're not used to they're probably used to a certain type of thing happening because it's a King of Wands energy, right? I get what I want when I want it. So they're not used to another way of doing something. Am I gonna win? Am I gonna have success here? I don't know. It's just a lot of worry about like if they're gonna be successful. Okay. Um, what else here? What is this Seven of Cups? Because I feel like there's something else. Yes. Okay. Got my answer. This could have been somebody that also introduced other people into this dynamic. This is a kind of juggling, right? And it feels like this person got so in their head. I don't know about like, am I gonna have success here? That it's like this mountain energy is like, I'm getting in my own way. So the obstacle here is them getting in their own way, I think. And so this person, in order to try to feel better about the situation, this is like Leo energy. There's a lot of Sagittarius here. And I say that because it feels like that would be, it feels like a fire sign thing to do this type of thing. If you're a fire sign watching, I'm sorry about that, but it's just what it is, right? There's archetypal energy to all zodiac signs, and this does feel like a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type of way of processing things. And so this person could have done a lot of juggling in order to feel better. And I think that ended the dynamic between you and them. How do they feel about this now? I'm going to give you a bonus. This person feels like, you know what? They knew before they started the juggling. They knew that you were somebody that was like their person. in a big way, right? This is a lover's card. And it's like a huge burden on them. Why is there a huge burden now? Group C, I have to say, your story is very fascinating. Very fascinating. It probably doesn't feel fascinating to you, but yeah, having to deal with all of this. But this is your person's story. They're going through a whole character arc here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I don't even remember what I asked here, but it's things are changing here, and your boundary is up. This person could be dealing with somebody that is like a Queen of Swords. Is this their current third party person? It's a secret. They're saying this is a secret. They don't want to share that. Okay. Anyway, they're in a lot of like anxiety about this situation. What does this? Let's just like wrap this up because this person, I don't know, this is a lot. You could say, let me ask them, what do they want now? What does this person for group C want now? Okay. This person would like a big shift. It's almost like they would like a complete upheaval, and they would like to be able to make a clear decision. They'd like to cut things out in their life. This emperor came up, I believe, for group A, so you could check group A as well. But this person would like to like make a clear decision, be able to, ooh, okay, the Hierophant's there. Maybe this person wants like a deeper relationship now. They want to be able to be reciprocal. And you know, the thing is that it's not like this person didn't want to be reciprocal before. It's that they resorted to tactics and games. And that's not really reciprocal energy, is it? Okay. Four of Pentacles here. This is somebody that they want to invest. They want to bank on you. And they want stability here. The Death card is here. This is somebody that's gone through a whole transformation in the way they see things and life. And so this mountain energy is really somebody, I would just say, getting over themselves is how that feels to me. Group C. All right, we have so many cards here. I want to get advice for you. A card of advice. Okay, there we go. Three of Swords. And with the Death card, please tell me more about that. All right, yeah. Okay. It's very clear. Listen, this person clearly hurt you before, and they do have some kind of manipulative, deceptive ways. And I'm not saying they're a bad person, right? It's not about they're good or bad. It's like they just have these ways. And so often when you are somebody that's more concerned with what you want, you will end up with this type of behavior. And I think the thing here is to be very mindful and careful that this is who you're dealing with. So even though your person is going through a big change, I don't think that change is fully settled, fully concretized. And so you do have to be very careful. This person could be coming back trying to or you could see them again. I don't know if they're going to come back, but they could be in that energy of, okay, I want to be more stable. I want to be more supportive, but you are going to have to like make sure your discernment is on track, and also like just don't invest everything in this person immediately. Take your time, make sure you view them from a lens, I would say even from afar. You know what? I feel like sometimes people do have to learn lessons, and sometimes people do have to Live with the things that they have done, and it's not necessarily your responsibility. Group C, if you don't want this, to cater to somebody. Yeah. I know that sounds hard, but it really is a lot that this person has done, and I know they didn't do it out of like a bad place, but they do have like some ways of being that are maybe not good for you to be around all the time. Okay, so let us get your charms. All right, so I'm gonna say, for who could this person be? Let's get the sun, moon, rising signs. Okay, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Pisces. Okay, do we need one more? Leo. Okay. All right. So, as I said, it feels like a fire sign thing to do, and I'm not discriminating. We do have some water signs here as well. Um, yeah, it's it's just two different ways of going about life and thinking about things and people and relationships that maybe needs to be resolved between you two, if that is something you want. Um, just be careful with this. All right, so that is you, group C. If you enjoyed this and you feel like there's something in this for you, do give a thumbs up and of course subscribe. And I'd love to see you here again. I'm gonna have the time codes up about 15 minutes after I end the live stream. So take care, have a good night, day, all of that. Take care.